Welcome to ELF Center 4 at Mitchell Elementary. The year-long theme is Designs in Nature, and we're working on spiders.
This is Center 4, the Spider Scavenger Hunt. This is the outdoor center, and here's hoping that the weather will be great because it'll be really fun if you get to go see what kinds of things you can find just right around Mitchell. So, you're gonna give each student a spider hunt card and a clipboard, and you can choose if you want them to go around and check it off individually or in pairs. And there are two different kinds of spider hunt cards. One is definitely more K1-2 friendly, and one is older kid friendly. You can choose which one you want to Xerox for your class, and we'll have the code written on the paper, an envelope that will have all these in the bin. You're going to just go outside and go around, and you're going to look for an insect caught in a web. You're going to look for a messy web, a spider egg sac, which I have to say will be challenging to find at this time. They should probably be all hunkering down. You can look for a funnel web and a spider, and then a web shaped like a wheel or an orb web. And you're just going to go around looking for them just on a scavenger hunt, seeing things all spider related. A good place to check would be our Mitchell Community Garden, and you just need to remember to close the gate when you leave. We've been given permission to go in there as long as we're careful and we close the gates. Something that you might do to help find webs, in the back of one of the books I found an activity, and it talks about how it's easy to find a web when it's foggy or dewy out because the water droplets stick, but otherwise it's kind of difficult. So if you get a sock and fill it full of talcum powder or cornstarch, and then you can go around and where you think there might be a web, kind of poof it out just like they're saying, and so that it kind of sprinkles like a sieve would, sprinkle flour onto the web area, and that'll help you see the web more clearly. That information is in the back of this book, Spiders and Their Webs.
Will you read that part right down there? Ooh, open it back to the...
Yes. But remember, spiders can't capture prey when their webs become visible. Sometimes you can gently blow the dust off the web so the spider can go on using it. Usually, though, the spider will have to abandon the web and make a new one. So don't dust
a new web.
Once you know where to look for webs in your area, you can go back and watch spiders work a lot. So your first group, you may go out and dust, or if you have time, you could go out and look before you take any out. But thereafter, you shouldn't go around dusting more. So you might also go out and check and see if other groups before you, other classes before you, have dusted webs before going around and doing that. Or you might choose to just skip that part so that we get a spider-friendly environment. And that's pretty much this center is all about, just going and exploring. You could take, there'll be books in the center that you could take and maybe read some facts. I have a fact sheet. It's on the floor.
Another thing you could do if you're unsuccessful at finding spiders is just look for insects, and then you can talk about the difference between insects and spiders. If you're unfamiliar with the difference between that, of course, check your outline for the introduction, or Center 1 has a lot of differences between spiders and insects.
And that would probably be a good idea to just kind of go over that, pick one of the books that's in your center, and just quickly talk about what do the kids know about spiders versus insects before you go out, and that would help get the discussion going. Something I did was go through different books and just pull out some facts about spiders. You might do that and bookmark the books that you're using, and because, for instance, things that I think are being gone over maybe in Center 1 include things like that a spider has 8 eyes. But then interesting information I found were that basically the two larger eyes in the front are what they use for seeing, and they produce images like a camera. But all the others are smaller and they're light sensitive, and those are the ones that pick up movement and help the spider sense danger and also find its food. Anyhow, I just would suggest that having some things to discuss while you're out looking would be a great idea to add content to this. So this is the outside center for spiders. Hope for good weather, and if you have any questions, call Mitchell Elf at gmail.com. Thanks.